Hi, Sarah. Okay, let's have a look at your website. Before we go into the site, I'm going to give you kind of the overview. Basically, the website's really competent. It does what it does really well. I think that the routes to improve it for you are going to be around putting you and Picky more at the centre of the story. Your personality and your warmth is kind of what's going to make your business. The question is, what's going to make your business differentiate your business from other companies that are selling silver jewellery of this kind? And I would say that the three things that do that are the fact that your work is fair trade, the fact that it's you and Picky. You're the people that they're buying from, you're the people that they're going to be dealing with. And kind of leading on to that is customer service and the way that you support and help your customers. People are more inclined to buy from people they've already bought from in the past. So encouraging repeat purchase is going to be a really good route for you to think about. And also thinking about how people find the website. My guess is that the majority of your trade comes from your festivals and fairs. It's then looking at how you're getting people onto the site from those contacts. The perfect and most obvious way to do that, if you're not already doing it, is say, hey, sign up for our mailing list and you can win a free piece of jewellery up to the value of 50 quid or 25 quid or something. If you're dealing with a high turnover of people, you can say, then that's actually a pretty good exchange. You don't have to do the draw for every fair. You could do the draw every couple of months, every month. But getting people on your mailing list and then working on how you stay in touch with them afterwards, I think is a really good potential win for you. Having seen you and met you and spoken to you, you've already kind of gone a level up from other online jewelers because they have a relationship with you. And if you can use the website to build on that relationship, then that's a really solid business opportunity for you. Okay. I would spend some time thinking about what your main challenges are and working out how you can address that with the information on your website. It's kind of tricky to go into that more without knowing where your business is at the back end. But I would also think about, well, what are you really good at? What do you do really well? And making sure that you've got that lots on your website. So that's kind of the overview for you. Let's go into the site and have a little look. Share the screen. And now I need to find the site. Where's it hiding? Here we are. Okay. So here's the home page. Lots of beautiful jewellery. So you've got some words. So the really striking thing here is you've got some words and some pictures. Really nice pictures. The natural beauty of gemstones combined with creative use of silver to breathtaking effect. So immediately there's not anything about fair trade in there, and I think that needs to be in your tagline. I think that there's something about love, there's something about high standards. Also, I hesitate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, because it's a crit. When you say creative use of silver, I'm kind of expecting to see some really interesting original pieces of silverwork art, and that's not actually what you've got here. You've got the sort of normal, beautiful silver gemstone settings. Here, it's a little bit more unusual. That was just my response to the text. And it's just about setting up an expectation with your words, and then how you follow that through. I'm being a bit harsh, but I thought I would pick up on that anyway. Our favourite pieces, I really like that. And I think the key thing for you to think about is how you curate and how you help people to navigate through this, which mostly you do really well. Jewellery, all jewellery by stone type, pendants, stone type, and this is great. You can navigate through it really easily. Shop by price, perfect. I mean, you've got the basics of how the site navigates and stuff really well. I can't really say anything about that. You have the opportunity to curate this further in terms of maybe suggesting what goes with what, how you might package them together as a gift. I mean, you could really, this is another direction, but you could kind of go to town on the information side of things. In terms of colouring, you haven't gone into, so stone directory I found was a little bit disappointing, because I was hoping that maybe you were going to be talking about the different stones, and you've just got a list of stones. There's nothing wrong with saying these are the stones that we stock and we can get you. It might be worth kind of saying at the top, that's what this list is. I would look at using columns. I can see that you're using WordPress. And there is, I think it's quite easy just to columnize using WordPress, which just would make the information a little bit more user friendly. But you've got a huge opportunity here in terms of your Google rankings. If you could get a little write up on each of these, if you could take it further and personalize the write up, so it's Sarah and Picky talking about the stones. Sarah and Picky talking about the jewellery and their favourites and what they like about them. That's kind of another level. I mean, I realise that that's time consuming, and I would only really bother to do that if you're going to go quite seriously for online drawing web traffic through online means. But if you want to go down the content route, in order to stay in touch with people that you've met at trade fairs, then that is a really sensible way to do it. So you could email people maybe once a month, once a couple of weeks, talking about different stones, talking about different jewellery, updating people on your relationship with the jewellers and what's going on with them. And that's a way of ensuring that one-time customers at trade fairs turn into regular customers. Because I know from the people that I know that buy this kind of stuff that usually if you buy one thing, you will tend to buy more of this kind of stuff. And so, of course, if you can work on customer retention, that's going to be really helpful for your business. Love the story here. Love the picture. It's so sweet. And so here are the two main reasons why people are going to buy from you. These guys here and these guys here. They want to support these guys here and they want to hear from these guys here because you're lovely. And if you can understand that these lot are the main resource in your business, actually, rather than this stuff, that's quite a big mindset shift in managing the business. Obviously, you've got to get the product right, and quality of product is really important. And that's something that you don't talk about enough in About Us, I think. Really high standards. No, I'm lying. We do talk about it, but I would like to see it up here. In terms of fair trade, this picture here, I'm going to go. I didn't know, you don't talk about the supply chain of the raw materials. I'm guessing maybe that's not, this is about the fair trade prices are for the labour. If you do have something to say about the sourcing of the silver and the sourcing of the gemstones, then that would be useful to mention. the events. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of obvious. There's not lots to say about that, really. I mean, you could consider offering people a voucher if they actually show up at one of these events to get people there, but I don't think you really need to do that. I think it would be worth, I would put Stone Directory there at the top for jewellery. Stones Week offer or something. I would like to see something about customer service, because that's the other piece of the puzzle. I'd like you to actually say up front, you know, we're really nice. If you try on a ring and it doesn't fit, you can send it back to us. We'll swap it. We love you. Any ways that you can make that customer process easier and articulate it, put that in. Because buying jewellery online, it's really nice to know that that's taken care of. So I would lean into that a bit more. So think about curation. How can you help people find their way through this? How can you show your own kind of interest in it? Think about what you do when you talk to customers at trade fairs, and think about how you can put that on the website. So consider a blog, but only do a blog if you're going to then share it with a mailing list. You could have an opt-in here to get people on your mailing list, and you could offer Picky and Sarah's top picks, special offers, and how to use our jewellery to stunning effect or something. You could have a guide to choosing, how to choose jewellery that's going to suit you, how to wear it. You could also do something around like how to be more adventurous with your jewellery. You'll probably have ideas based on the conversations that you have with your customers, so I would just explore that between yourselves. But yeah, more of Sarah and Picky, please. Make sure the fair trade thing is right up here in the top branding. Fair trade, high quality, customer service. Those are the three things that are really important about you guys, and of course it's beautiful. So I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just let me know, Sarah. I'll be happy to answer them. Good luck. So nice to see your work. Take care. That's about. Bye.